Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hey everybody, hello, hello. Welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube craft class number 668. Hey everybody. It is Saturday morning, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom if you are joining me for the premiere of today's class. And that means there is a live chat happening right there. So all you have to do is join in. And you know what? If you join in, you have a chance to be a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. But before I get there, I want to say, now you're watching the Saturday morning. I filmed it on Friday, so I pre-record my classes. That way I can live chat with you. I will be on the live chat relatively soon. I'm trying to get an email out, I'm sure. That's like the last thing I have to do before I can join the live chat. But if I were to go live, I don't have a moderator and I don't have an overhead, and I can't do a live class and actually talk to you and be responsive and answer your questions and help. So I pre-record, which means I did a quick live. Instead of doing my 1.5 minute short on YouTube where I show you my desk and I say, okay, here's all the stuff we're using. What would make your heart happy if you were a winner chicken dinner? Instead of doing that for a 1.5 minute quick blurb, I did a live. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. 1 minute there was 1 person. The next minute there was 22 people. The next minute there was 56 people. It was wonderful. So I don't know, should we do a live on Friday? Just a quick one? Well, for me, okay? I think quick is a relative term. Most people say I can't get my name out in under 5 minutes. So maybe it's 15 minutes of a live just as a sneak peek to show you what I've got going on for Saturday morning. Share a little bit about the product, show you a little bit of samples, and I'm right there right with you. And I think that's what you're gonna have to post in the live chat today for a chance to be a winner. Should I leave it the way it is and just do my 1.5 minute video and let it go? Or should we do a live? And if we do a live on Friday, what time? This one was late because I didn't think to, I just decided to do it like last minute, like bing, bang, boom. I'm like, hey, I can try and do a live. Bing, bang, boom. I set up my little tripod and I made the orientation properly. That was good. And then there I was. So you need to tell me, do you want to do that? Is it something that would interest you? Are you good the way it is? And if you do, what would be the ideal time? Because I'm going to guess 8 o'clock at night. That's 11 p.m. back east. Probably wasn't the best time for some people. So 5 p.m. sunny California time, like our other classes, Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. on Friday, sunny California time. I'm here till about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm here. We can do it. We could do it at 2 o'clock in the morning and I could finish with it. I'm here, but I thought we would try, and I want your opinion. It matters to me what you think, and I don't know. I'm gonna leave it to you. You know, I'm throwing it out to the universe. I'm gonna throw it out there and see what happens. And right now, you are the universe. So you got the whole world in your hands. You tell me what you think. You post. There'll come a point in this class where I say, I'm gonna pick a winner, and that means from the live chat, and you'll be so proud of me. I already did my note to remind me, and I put it on the very first sample. So a little bit later on when we get towards the end of the class to show you the finished projects that the honorary SMS girls made and the SMS girls, I will say, okay, I'm getting ready to pick a winner. And what you have to post is, should I go live on Fridays? It's not much different than doing a quick video. It isn't. I mean, we're not going to be there. I can't be there for an hour and a half, but certainly 15 minutes without any problem. Or are we happy just the way it is? And that's okay too. But if you don't ask, you don't know. So I thought I'd ask. Now today I do have 2 winner chicken dinners to talk about. Oh, and that live is available for you to go back and watch. It's now a video, and you can post a comment because it is our sneak peek. You can post a comment on it and next week you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. Same thing will happen. So we'll still have somebody who wins from the sneak peek. We'll still have somebody who wins a $100 gift card from the actual video, and we'll still have somebody who wins from the live chat during the class. So that's all good. Nothing changed there. It's just a matter of, do we go live or is it Memorex? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? If you don't know what Memorex is, well, welcome to Scrapbooking Made Simple. We appreciate you being here because you're young. You're probably in your 30s. But is it live or is it Memorex? Was a really big thing years ago. Okay, you'll have to Google it and see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we do have 2 winners to talk about before we get going for today. Our first winner is from the live chat last week, which was 667. We got a few emails. What happened to class 666? I decided to skip it. We just passed that number in its entirety. I'm like, I want good juju. I want happy mojo. I don't want to tempt karma with the class 666. So we don't, you know, I want to say we don't talk about Bruno. No. But I'll get in trouble there too, because that's Disney. So we just kind of didn't talk about it and moved along. So so this is from the winners from class number 667. This is the person who posted a comment on the sneak peek. They have won an assortment of products. That was the Pebeo Giotto gilding paste. Oh my gosh, and the foils and everything. It was so wonderful. So our first winner who's going to win a lovely prize package from Scrapbooking Made Simple is Fran. Fran Tribe? Tribe? Oh, Fran, you've got 3 vowels. Usually when 2 vowels go a walking, the first one does the talking, but you got 3. That confuses me. My dyslexia is going, oh, I don't know. Is it tribe or tribe? I don't know. You're gonna love me anyway because you're a winner chicken dinner. Congratulations, Fran. Well done you. You don't have to do anything to claim your prize. We're gonna have it mailed out to you, and we hope you like it. It's the gilding paste is wonderful. It will be about 2 weeks before, well, maybe a week. It'd be at least probably a week before it goes out to you. So don't worry if you don't get it right away. The gilding paste sold out in store already. So when it comes in, that's when your order will go. Our next person has won a $100 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. A $100 gift card. Now that's nothing to sneeze at. That's a $100 gift card to spend on anything that makes your heart happy. And our winner is Deborah. Hello, Deborah. Deborah McDonald. Congratulations, Deborah. You're our winner chicken dinner of a $100 gift card. Now, Deborah posted a comment on this YouTube. There's a place for comments, maybe below me. It depends upon your device. Could be to the side. Post a comment as long as it is kind. Absolutely. Kindness matters, and it's free. You don't have to say anything about me. It doesn't have to be about the class. It can be about your life, your spouse, your kids, your grandkids, your fur babies, your job, how your day went, what you're crafting on, what you're working on, projects that you're looking forward to doing. Anything as long as it's kind, and it will be posted, and then you go into the chance to be a $100 winner just like Deborah. Well done you, Deborah. So we have Deborah and we have Fran. Those are our 2 winners from last week. And then remember, today I'm gonna pull a winner. I suppose it should be more like, today I'm gonna pull a winner chicken dinner from the live chat. And today you have to be specific about what you post when we get there. You don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. You can just be talking amongst yourselves because that's what we do. But when we get there, you have to tell me, yes for a live on Fridays, no for a live on Fridays. And if it's a yes, what time? Because I really can do it just about any time before I sit down to tape the class. I'd like to start taping. I try not to tape. I'd like to start taping before 10 p.m. Because if I do 10 10, 11, 12. Then I have to process. That usually gets me home somewhere in the 2 o'clock in the morning range. So I'd like to do it before 10 p.m. sunny California time. All right, you guys, I've got oodles for you today. I'm gonna show you some samples real quick. We're gonna tilt on down, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna take a product from GelliArts that this is the next collection of this product, and I'm gonna do it in a completely different way than what they had anticipated. I'm gonna show you how they're meant to be used, but that's at the end of the class. We're gonna start with how I like to use them. We're gonna Stacey-fy GelliArts just a little bit. So are we ready, everybody? Super good to see you. If you're here, part of the live chat, hey, SMS peeps. The live chat really was fun Friday. It really was a great time. It was 17 minutes long, and I was so excited that I got it horizontal without any problem. I felt so accomplished. Okay, down we go. Let's get started for today. Hello, everybody. And again, that live chat is visible. It's part of it will be there for you to watch. And then you can post a comment for a chance to be a winner chicken dinner. So I did show them some samples. Now, this is GelliArts, and it's not their newest one. We've done this design before, but not like this. Isn't this beautiful? This is by Gail, and Gail's gone for 2 weeks. She's going on an Alaskan cruise. Honorary SMS girl Gail. She's off to an Alaskan cruise. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss you. Embrace imperfection. It's where true beauty and growth reside. Oh, that is so true. And that comes from Indigo Blue. Mike Deacon, one of his stamp sets. So that stamp comes from Indigo Blue. Beautiful card, isn't it? Well done, you, Gil. It's just lovely. Then I have It's the Little Things. Isn't that beautiful? Again, this is a GelliArts product, only done a little differently. And this card was done by honorary SMS girl Katie with an IE. We now have 2 honorary SMS girls that are named Katie. One with Katie with a Y and Katie with an IE. So this is honorary SMS girl Katie with an IE, and it is just lovely. Makes my heart happy. And then It's the Little Things. I'm trying to think, where does... Oh, It's the Little Things came from that stamp set. And then the last one, oh, and I think that one also came from, boy, I picked everything. Look at this one. This is by Dortina. Holy smokes, Dortina. This is so beautiful. Wow, girlfriend. She fussy cut. God bless her pea pickin' heart. Oh my goodness, is that gorgeous. And then the sentiment says, we are such stuff as dreams are made on. And that also came from this stamp set. I gave them 3 to play with, and they really loved this one. So, 3 samples for you to look at. And what we are working with today from GelliArts is their image transfer packs. So I've done these before, and you typically do these with an acrylic, a black acrylic paint, and a GelliArts gel plate. These are a toner-based product. It's almost like magazine paper. Have you seen those Instagram reels where they tear out an image from a magazine and then use black on their gel plate and then do an ink transfer, a transfer? That's what these are. And we've done them before, but these are the newest. You get 20, I want to say it's 20. Yes, 20 printable images. So there's 5 designs in each, 4 of each. They retail for $14.99 for all 20 images. Of course, we have it on sale and an I Want It All. The I Want It All is $39.99, which would give you 60 images, which means they're about 60, so 40 into 60, no, 60 into 40 would be maybe 62 cents an image, 63 cents an image is what it would come out to be. And when you see how we're going to use them completely differently than what they had intended at GelliArts, come the end of the class, I will show you how they were intended. I promise, assuming the class isn't 4.5 hours long. But I've never done a 4.5 hour class. I could, according to YouTube, I could do 24 hours. I could do a whole live for 24 hours, but no, we won't go there. So this is the product we're gonna be working with today. And to go with it, I have my Ecoline brush tip markers, and I have my liquid watercolor. So these two are 2 peas in a pod. Oh, look at me. Well done, me. So these are 2 peas in a pod. You've got a watercolor brush tip marker, beautiful. You've got liquid watercolor, beautiful, but you also have a refill for your marker. You can take the nib out and refill it with the liquid. They are the exact same liquid, the same color, the same liquid, and that way you never have to buy what they call the housing of the marker again. You never buy the marker again, not ever. You already bought the housing. Now all you have to do is take the nib out, and there is a pipette. Even though this wasn't meant to be a re-inker, you take the nib out and you can go in and refill your marker, or you can use it as a standard liquid watercolor. You have options. So there are 60 of each. We have them on sale. Many of you already have them. You know that they're amazing. So they're the best liquid watercolors and watercolor markers I've ever worked with, and that's just the truth. It's just the absolute truth. And I do have all 60 colors in my crafty stash. There's a few things where I have to have everything, and these are one of them because I use them all the time. There's so many things I can do with them. So I've got colors for today to play with. I couldn't narrow it down. Is that terrible? I have colors today to play with, and then I have the liquids because again, I couldn't narrow down what I wanted to use. And I'm sure I won't use all of these, but because my classes aren't scripted, they're not edited, they're not pre-planned, there's nothing in the wings. It's not like, okay, here I'm gonna show you how, and then it pops something out of the Easy Bake Oven and it's already done. We do everything together, and we start at the beginning and we end at the end. I try to make it so that even crafters who are just starting can be successful, or crafters who have been crafting for forever and really want the opportunity to spread their wings. Oh, look at that, I grabbed 12 bottles, well done me. Crafters who want to spread their wings a little bit and put their own spin on things can. It's about having the proper foundational tools that then allow you to make something yours. So, just as a quick reference, 205, 507, 508, 334, 657, 551, 202, 600, 416, 337, 665, 654. So that gives you, oh, is that, no, that's not 202. 205 and 202. Okay, 202, 205. So those are the colors we're going to be playing with. When I get to the markers, I'll tell you what colors I'm using of the markers. But I have a whole host of colors. I just couldn't pick. Now I'm going to pull out I'm going to start with the designs that I thought were going to be most challenging for me, which we'll see how I do. Some of these designs are beautiful. They're just absolutely stunning. I've got my gel plate because I'm going to be using this today, not necessarily for what a gel plate is meant to be used for, but I'm going to have it holding my paper. I know lots of manufacturers now have what's called a grip plate, a grip. So is that what it's called? A grip something or other? Well, that's what a gel plate is. You might as well have a gel plate because a gel plate you can use as a gel plate, or it grips your paper, your stamps. It's really wonderful. It's multi-purpose, and GelliArts is they make the best out there on the market. They really do. So they came up with these things, I want to say maybe a year ago, and they're called image transfers. I'm going to start with the pack that I think is going to give me struggle. Inside, there are 5 different designs, 4 of each, and the idea is that you put some acrylic on your gel plate. So we have Amsterdam acrylic and it's on sale. Then you put your transfer down on top, you give it a rub, you pull it up, and the transfer image stays on your gel plate, and then you can do a pull and pull it up. I'm going to show you how to do that, but I thought it would be fun to do something different with them, something that everybody can do. If you don't have a gel plate, you're still going to love these. So these are all kind of a vintage lace look to them. And when I got them, I thought, oh, I don't know, these might be a challenge for me. So I haven't played with them. I want the challenge to be real. I don't want you to see, how perfect everything can be. If I see it as a challenge, you all may see it as a challenge. Now, for the ones that are more black and white, these are a toner print on very thin, what feels like magazine paper. You could put these through a laminator and transfer foil onto them. Absolutely. Feels very much like magazine paper. So if you've seen any of those Instagram reels, they like to stick. If you've seen any of those Instagram reels where they do take an image out of a magazine, a black and white image, and they transfer it with the gel plate, you're going to be able to do that with these. I wanted to do something completely different. So I'm going to start with that one, but I do want to show you the other 2 packs before we get going. This one is the Flora and Flight. We do have some packs open stock. I only put the ones that I loved in the I Want It All bundle. Isn't that beautiful? So we get 4 of that and 4 of that. I love this pack. And 4 of that. 4 here. And 4 here. For a total of 20. No die cutting, no stamping, no heat embossing. These are ready to work with, whether you're going to do the image transfer or not. And then the last pack that's part of the I Want It All is Bold Botanicals. It is starting to cool down in here. It was like 112 here in Canyon Country, California today. It was so hot. So Bold Botanicals. Love this. So if you put this with foil on it, toner-based foil, and put it through a laminator, it would transfer the foil on these. These are very graphic. So same, transfer the foil. So that's just a whole nother use for these. They're beautiful. Whether you use them as intended or how I'm going to use them, or to transfer foil onto. So this is our Bold Botanicals, Flora and Flight, and our first one is Lace Impressions, and that makes up the I Want It All bundle. We have a few more styles and I'll show them to you later, but this is the I Want It All bundle for the $39.99, and it gets you 60 sheets to play with. That's a lot of sheets to play with. All right, let's get started for today. And like I said, I'm going to start with something that I thought might be a little bit of a challenge to me. I'm going to grab quickly a sheet of white paper. Just so I can show you kind of what the Ecoline liquid watercolors are. So I use them with a baby wipe. You use it however you want, with a dauber. Inexpensive baby wipes. These are from Sam's Club. Don't buy anything more expensive than that. Costco, Sam's Club, don't get them fragranced. Don't get them with extra lotion. You want cheap and nasty on the baby wipes. You don't want them too wet. And there aren't baby wipes that are made with alcohol. Baby wipes are made with a water-based because it's going on a baby. So any baby wipe will do, just the least expensive if you can. You don't want to spend money where you don't have to. So liquid watercolor is very easy to use. It is by Royal Talons. It is a fine art quality watercolor, which means less goes further. And I can take it and I can add it to my paper, a drop at a time on a baby wipe. Now by using the baby wipe, I'm diluting the color just a little bit. If I took the color and put it straight to my paper, that color is much more saturated. Much more saturated. So if I took maybe my pink and I put it on my baby wipe, and I came in and I daubed some color down, and then I took it straight out of the jar, it's always going to be more saturated straight out of the jar, and it's however you want to use it. Whatever makes your heart happy, whether straight out of the jar or diluted down. You can put some on a craft mat and you can palette paint by adding water to it. You have lots and lots of options. So if I went back to that yellow, and I put some of it down, and then I came in with some of that pink just right on top of my yellow. And then if I wanted, I could come back with a little bit more of my yellow right on top of my pink. And I can make the most beautiful backgrounds. Super easy. They blend like a dream. If I want to go darker, I go darker. It's all up to you and how much you use, but never more than a drop or two at a time. You don't need more than that. It's better to add to it than to put too much on your baby wipe that you didn't need. A drop or two at a time. That's why these last as long as they do and why they are fine art. They are heavily saturated. And you just go in and play until you're happy. The big problem is knowing when to stop. That's the problem. So liquid watercolor can be used with a baby wipe. It can be used painting. It can be used with a dauber, however it is that you want to apply it to whatever paper. It doesn't have to be watercolor paper. This is 110 pound Stacey paper, Stacey Park paper. Does not have to be watercolor paper. You won't find anything more forgiving. And because it's a higher quality to start with, the result is better with less effort. It just is. When you start with a better quality product, you end up with a better result with less work. If you have a lower quality liquid watercolor, your color may never get to be, no matter how hard you try, you may never be able to achieve that color. But I can take that color and take it all the way down to a pale pink in one bottle. Now, their sibling is the brush tip marker. Liquid watercolor has been around for quite some time. Ecoline liquid watercolor, long time. It's out of the Netherlands, fine art. The brush tip markers haven't been around as long. So same thing. You have an opportunity to play. If you're quick enough, you can go in there and move that around with a baby wipe. Right? Crazy good. Really amazing. You can ink up stamps with them and stamp with them. They're going to blend into each other. And we're going to be using both of them today. You can scribble on the side and palette paint. Pick up that with a paintbrush and go in there and palette paint. It's all about the options. Kind of using the right tool for the right job. I will tell you, if I had to choose one, if I could only have one, I would probably choose the liquid over the markers, I think. I absolutely go to the liquid all the time. I use the markers, but I love the liquid. And I can just sit here and play until I'm happy. So you choose. Today we're going to be using both of them. And we're going to start with what I thought would be probably a little difficult for me, because these are not clear images. This one's in grayscale. I love the design of them, but I thought, oh, this might be a challenge. This one has not a lot of negative space. In fact, I think I'm going to choose that one. This one has some distressed kind of coloring to it. So it's got a little bit of brown to it. I don't know how that's going to transfer when we get to transferring, but I think I'm going to start with those two. Now remember, this is very much like magazine paper. In fact, I'm going to pull those two out again. I'm going to have two of them, maybe even three. So one, I'm going to just pull one, two, and then this one, yeah, I'm going to keep those. Magazine paper. So I can put it down on my gel plate and it's going to hold. In fact, it holds so well that when I peel it up, because it's such thin paper, paper curls just a little bit. Not the end of the world. You will put adhesive on the back of it and lay it down, but it will curl just a little bit. However, it does hold the paper beautifully. And you still have a gel plate built right in. Now I think I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to use, I suppose we could use the colors that I just used. You think so? Maybe? Maybe. All right, so I'm going to use my 205. And 337, or 202, no, 205, and 337. Okay, so let's grab a baby wipe. A little bit on my baby wipe, and I'm just gonna hit, not the whole thing. I'm not going to color all of it yellow, but I just want to hit some of my areas. Then we'll move into my 337. Two drops. And we'll come in and hit some of the white area. Now it's pretty light because I'm using that baby wipe, and because I'm using the baby wipe, the liquid in the baby wipe, the wetness of it is diffusing and desaturating the color. So if I wanted it to be more intense, I could take and drop, and we're talking about a completely different color now. Totally different color. And then I could take my pink. There's a lot in this pipette. And I'm literally mixing the colors with my fingers. And I've made a beautiful background. Okay. This is what I don't want you to do this. I did it this way specifically. So the next thing I do, we'll see. This is the, oh, don't do this moment. And I did it intentionally because I don't want you to do this. I will fix it afterwards, but I want to show you what not to do. And that way you're like, okay, I get it. Now I don't know. We'll see what happens when I pull it. Because it is very wet right now with ink. Ooh, that's a lot. Yep. It is tearing. I'm trying to pull it. But I have torn it in several areas because we are working on something akin to magazine paper. So we're gonna do this again, only this time we're gonna do it the right way. So let me put this off to the side and let me grab another one. So before I put this down, let me go back just a little bit. Oh, go back, go back. And up just a little bit. Too much? Not enough? Before I put this down, I'm gonna grab a piece of cardstock, and I don't care what cardstock it is. Pick a color that you've had forever and you don't love. Nobody, I love ivory, don't get me wrong, it's just what I've got on my desk. But if you've got cardstock that is sitting in your crafty stash and you never use that color, okay, that's the cardstock I want you to go get. Maybe it's some horrible yellow. Well, is there really a horrible? Yes, there is a horrible yellow. There really is. I want you to grab a sheet of cardstock. Maybe I should take it and move it this way. And then I want you to grab a sheet of double-sided adhesive. Whether it's mine, this is an A5 size. We also have the A4 size. There's 5 sheets of A4 in the pack that we sell, and there's 10 sheets of A5. A5 is literally half of an A4. So all we did was take A4 sheets, cut them in half, 5 of them, and that gives you the 10 here. You need double-sided adhesive. Wet glue will not do. No, no, no on the wet glue. It needs to be double-sided adhesive, and it needs to ideally cover the entire sheet. So let's grab a piece of my A5. I think my adhesive sheets are probably the least expensive on the market. We really try to keep them affordable. I'm gonna separate. This is a liner. This is sticky right now. I have to do something with it because this is sticky right now. So I'm gonna put it right down on my yucky, awful, I don't love it cardstock. Okay. Keep the liner. It's always handy to have the liners because the only thing that doesn't stick to the sticky is the liner. So always handy to have liners to die cut masks out of, all sorts of things. Now I'm gonna expose the sticky. And I'm gonna put my sheet down on it. I can take that liner and make sure my sheet's down real good. See, nothing sticks. The liner doesn't stick to the sticky. And then I can trim out what I don't need. So I prefer to trim because I don't want that stickiness sticking to me while I'm trying to create with it. You might put another piece of paper here so you can die cut a sentiment, whatever you want to do, however you want to save whatever's on here. I was not overly careful about my placement. I could have been more thoughtful and had a bigger solid piece of leftovers. And then now it's still gonna hold to my gel plate, still gonna hold. But when I add all my liquid to it, it's not going to tear anymore. Not gonna tear anymore. It's gonna be great. Take a baby wipe. Add some color. And without having to stamp anything, I can make a super easy background. And I choose the colors. I can change it to anything I want, depending on the colors of liquid watercolor that I have. And as those two colors blend together, it's adding depth and dimension, and I'm just using a baby wipe. So I really thought this would be a challenge for me, just because they're dark to begin with. But I think once you add some color to it, and you can see how much I'm able to add, and go back and add more, and go back and add more, and go back and add more. Again, for me, the hard part is knowing when to say stop. It's very pretty. And when I pick it up, look at easy peasy. Very, very pretty. Love the colors. Love how they melt together. Love how I can get highs and lows, all with a baby wipe. And when I'm ready to pick it up, no matter how wet it is, not a problem because it's been backed on cardstock. There's a difference between them. This is ready to be cut in half and made into A2 cards. This is a 5x7, but if you cut it in half and matte, you can do A2, A6, up to you. Oh, see, this one's gonna stick. And I can go as dark as I want. With my color. Just deciding how and where I want to put it down. So definitely a difference. Not what it was meant to do. It's meant to transfer with a gel plate. But I think they're beautiful the way they are. So let's do the other. So we started here, and this one I tore because I did not have it backed. Look at that. Liquid on it is gonna do what it does to any magazine. Back it on any ugly cardstock because you don't see through. This isn't translucent or transparent. It's completely opaque, 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 opaque. So you can't see through it. So nobody's gonna notice what's on the back side if it's a baby poopy brown. Nobody's gonna know. Use what you've got. Don't use your favorite colored cardstock or white or whatever you use most. But there is a big difference. What happens once you add color. So I'm gonna put those. You know what I need? I need a place. I need something that is just for my samples, just for me to put. Let's do the next one. And I'm not gonna do the do not do thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on a piece of paper. I'll try to be a little bit more thoughtful. Where I put my image. I'm gonna do this one. Maybe this one. No, that one has the, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do this one because this one's got a lot of that kind of brownie color to it. So I'll put mine up here, that way I get a good piece here and a good piece there that I can save and use for something else. Take off my liner, take my image, give a good press. And now I can take some cardstock right now and put it here and here. So I save it, I make it into a sticker with some cardstock, whatever makes your heart happy. I can cut it off and then recover it with the liner and save it for another time. But I was much more thoughtful with where I put my image. All right. And let's start with a blue. Or maybe a light teal. Or maybe the orangey. I always start on a baby white because I can always darken my colors. But lightening them is a little more tricky. So a little bit of orange in there. And then maybe just a little bit of blue. And then maybe a little bit of teal. And all of a sudden, the whole image begins to change. Maybe a little bit more of my yellow, my 202. And my color starts to get a little deeper. I'm not even putting drops, I'm putting specks. Just for that color to intensify. Just like specks. And I take it from this to that. Not bad, right? Totally different look. Now I can cut it, I can die cut with it, I can mat it, I can add a sentiment with it, I can call it done. Whether I want to do a 5x7 or cut it in half, I have options when I get to this point. I also don't have to do anything with it until I'm ready. This is easy peasy. This is giving you control. This is giving you creativity. You choose what colors. You choose the intensity. I love it. It's so pretty. So that gives us 2 in the background. And if I wanted, if I came back and it's dry and I say it's not quite intense enough for me, or if the cardstock I want to mat this on is just a little bit more intense or a little bit lighter and I need to add, you can come back and add. You're not done until you say I'm done. You're done when you say you're done. Drops at a time. So I thought that these would be a challenge for me. I really did. And I think that I appreciate them more now that I understand how they can be colored so easily. I think in the beginning I was really questioning when I saw them, how am I going to do this? But now that I've played with them, we've played with them, I think I'm okay. I think I do want to do that last one though, real quick. Oh, perfect size. Because I'm on a gel plate, nothing, it just doesn't stick. Isn't that nice? The adhesive just pulls right up and off. And then we're going to move on. But this one is also kind of dark. What colors should we do? Lids on, Stacey. Lids on. Trim it down, just so that sticky's not sticking to you. And then maybe we'd go really light with that pink. You think I can get that pink pretty light? Did you see that? I'm not even dropping on it. Little bit of color. So seeing how much I use, you can understand why these will last you a really long time. And how about just a little bit of purple? So I control the saturation by how much I use. And whether I go straight to my image or I use my baby wipe. So I've got a little bit of color going on. I tried to keep it really light just so you can see it's got a hint, a whiff of color. Then it's up to me to decide if I want to go any darker and even then a drop will go a very long way. Now I'm starting to build color. I'm not even putting full drops, I'm just putting little dabs of color. And I'm literally blending them by hand. And I'm creating my own. You can do this. This is not hard, and it doesn't take a lot of you. You don't have to be a crafter for the past 20 years. You just have to be willing to try. That's it. You just have to have an open heart and an open mind to the possibilities of what can happen with your finger and some pre-done images that are on this fabulous paper that allow you to just mix and blend and move. Not all paper will let you do this, but because it's got that slight glossy edge to it, that finish to it, it gives you time to play with the colors. I like it. I do. Okay, I know I just put them, so here we go. So we've done 3 out of the first package that I really did think was gonna cause me a little bit of trouble. I wasn't sure how to do it. I knew what I wanted to do with the other 2. Those are gonna be fabulous and easy peasy. This, I thought, okay, I need to give this some thought because now I wanna cut it and I wanna mat it and I wanna add a sentiment to it, but we are moving on. So that is the first package in the I Want It All, and it is called Lace Impressions. There are 5 different designs, 4 of each. 20 sheets ready to go, ready for you to color and go. No stamping, no stenciling, no heat embossing. Sometimes you just want to get inky fingers. Oh, and then I put it down. Yes, I did. So, just so we're apples to apples. What just a little bit of color can do. Changes everything. All right, let's take the next grouping. And I think the next grouping I'm gonna do is the bold botanicals. And oh, I think I want to do that one. Or maybe this one. Take two of those. And maybe this one. Or maybe not, maybe those two. And I tore it. Anybody who says that a gel plate isn't going to hold your paper is fibbing. Now I tore it. I could still use it. I could either cut here or I could get it so that it inks up so well that when I glue it down you'll never notice it. Up to you. But I do think I'm going to use these two designs. And I think I'm going to start with this one. So let's put it, back it onto grab a piece of my adhesive. Now I could use the A4 and put the A4 on a piece of cardstock and then put two of these down at once. Your decision, you decide. No right, no wrong, no judgment. So I'm using Westcott scissors. Unfortunately, we don't sell them. We used to. They are a non-stick scissor. Love them. I think you can get Westcott at Costco or Sam's Club in the non-stick. I think they have a set of them. You'd have to look. I think maybe during the holiday time they definitely do. All right, so let's pull up my sticky. Put my image down. And this time we're going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to go in and use marker and liquid watercolor. So I'm going to get into my markers and play with those. I'm going to use the liquid watercolors. And then the other item I'm going to add into this is from Pebeo. So in the studio with Stacey is my Wednesday classes, and it's where we take fine art product and paper crafting product. We blend them together to make magic happen. This past Wednesday, I showed off the Pebeo acrylic markers. We've been doing acrylic markers this whole month. We started with the Liquitex acrylic markers, which are beautiful, and the price is killer. They're 2mm nibs from Japan. The flow is amazing, and they're not anywhere near Posca price, and they're better. No, that's wrong to say, but trust me, I bought a lot of Poscas to play, and they're like, we have them on sale. Regular price is $3.99 for the Liquitex, and we have them on sale for like $3.39. These are Pebeo, and they are called Precious, and they're not your typical acrylic marker. These have shimmer and sheen to them. They have a glimmer to them, a shimmer to them. They're not a metallic, not like we know it. They have this really beautiful finish. That other acrylics don't have. So we actually carry 3 acrylic brands because each brand does something different. We carry Acrylics. Acrylics is by Copic, and they have their own acrylic markers, but the nib is a 0.7, which means it's a super fine tip, really fine tip. Then we have the Pebeo, which has a nib of 1.2, but we're only doing the Precious. We're only doing the sparkly, shiny, shimmery colors. And then we do the Liquitex, which has a 2.0 nib on it, but comes in 58 colors and is completely opaque. These are pretty wonderful. You do want to give them a shake. They do come with a spare nib built in, which is very nice. And when you use them, what you get is a shimmer. Liquitex doesn't have anything like this. Liquitex has metallics, but they don't have anything like this. And Pebeo they only have 8 colors. So pink, blue, copper, red, green, black, silver, gold. And they are acrylic. These are a fine art product. They have an acrylic binder in there, which means they can go on wood and metal and plastic and acetate and vellum and paper and glass and everything. What do you want to put them on? Because of that acrylic binder. And then they have, this sheen and shimmer that no other acrylic that I know of to date has. Beautiful. So again, they only come in 8 colors. And in fact, if you did the I Want It All bundle, you would end up getting the pack of 5 and then the 3 colors that don't come in the pack of 5, which is the blue. This is the wrong pack of 5. That's supposed to be a gold in there. Somebody put this away wrong. That's supposed to be out, and that's supposed to be in. So the I Want It All gets you the 5, and then the 3 that don't come in any set, because this is the only set, or you can get them all open stock. It's really, really up to you, whatever you want to do. But the sheen is beautiful. The shimmer is beautiful. And again, glass, plastic, metal, beads, leather, wood. And it's just got that magic sheen. So on paper, I suppose you could kind of consider it similar to a Wink of Stella. But Wink of Stella is water-based. And that means you can't put it on a lot of, you can only really put it on paper. That's it, that's your choice, paper. These are, or they're also similar to Just Glitter by Marvy, which are also water-based. Once these are dry, they don't move with water at all. Not at all. Can get them completely wet and they will not move because it is an acrylic marker. Which means not only can you do paper like Stella, Wink of Stella, you can do everything else too. Because they will adhere. So I think we're gonna play with these on this, and I think I'm gonna start maybe with a marker. So maybe I come in. The colors really are magical. I mean, I don't know if my camera gets it or not, but it really is magical. The colors make my heart happy. I'm gonna take one of my Ecoline brush pens. This is 676. I've also got out here 657. I might dive into that, and I'm probably gonna use the gold. So I'm gonna come in and I don't have to be careful. I can go over the black if I want to. Because this is a transparent ink, it doesn't affect the black at all. So I don't have to be careful in my coloring. I can just color going right over the black because the black is going to absorb the green. Black is going to absorb the color of the green. Black is the darkest you can get. It absorbs everything. All those colors are going to be, the black is going to hide them. And again, I'm not being overly careful. Just want to get my color down. And if I go outside my lines a little bit, I'm okay with that too. Can you use alcohol ink markers on these? My guess would be yes. I think you'll have a tougher time blending because alcohol ink is a completely different ink. Alcohol ink is going to dry on these almost immediately. And so you will have trouble blending your colors. Okay, so I've got those done. Now let's see what we do with our gold. Could have even gone with a lighter color. I even had a lighter color, maybe even a lighter green. Nope, not gonna happen. So I'm gonna give a shake. And then when you get them, when they're brand new, they have a white nib. And you've got to give a push to get them started. And then once you're ready to go, you're ready to go. Now what makes these different is that the ink is the gold, and then it has shimmer built into it. Whereas just glitter, literally the liquid in it is transparent and the color comes from the glitter. So because this is transparent, translucent, depending on how I use it, I can go in and it's not going to hide my image. If I came in and I colored with it, I could certainly color the black, but because I'm moving it around, it's not covering my green, it's not hiding my black. And it's giving me, when I look at it straight on, it's green. But when I move it is when that color comes out. When I look at it straight on, it's absolutely green. But because this acrylic is different than any other type of acrylic, when I move it, because I've been able to smooth it out, thin it out just with my finger, no water, nothing, then I get that gold coming through without losing the detail of anything. A typical acrylic marker is opaque, 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 opaque. It is opaque. So if I were to go over this with a standard acrylic marker, it would cover everything. You would lose all of your image. But Precious by Pebeo, completely different. Never seen anything like this before. I'm going over the black. I'm not being overly careful. If I drew a line and I let it sit and dry, it would dry to that opaque gold. That one right there. But because I have time to move it, it becomes translucent, transparent. Like down here, I might want to keep that almost opaque. And when I look at it straight on, it's green. And when I move it, it's got that hint of gold. So anything water-based is going to have trouble sticking. My Ecolines work, but anything with a water-based glitter type product in it or shimmer type product in it may have trouble sticking. You would want to test it before you do an entire card front, only to find out that it doesn't work. Okay, that one's done. I find my finger is easier than a paintbrush, but you do you. I'm able to pick it up and move it around because I've backed it. Oh, that one's done. This does not take long. And now I'm just scribble, scribble, scribble. Oh, I think we have a new cricket. Green, shimmer, green, shimmer. But the background, you say, what about the background, Stacey? Okay, let's do the background. Okay, let's do the background. I'm gonna take my 439. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna color the whole background. I'm not gonna leave it white. Maybe I'll do one side. Ooh, that way you can see. I'll do halfsies. And then you tell me which one you like it better. So again, I'm just scribble, scribble, scribble. If I get a little bit on my leaves, I'm okay. No harm, no foul. Don't feel like you've got to be perfection, because you don't. You will feel some bumpies in the paper though. The more liquid you add, you will find in some areas there's some bumpies. Don't worry about that. It's expected because you're working on magazine type paper. Okay. So, we can do better than that. We can. Let's grab some of our liquid Ecoline. And right over the top. Right over the top. I'm going into the green. Right into the top. If I want to go a little darker, Add a little bit more gold right here. And now we've got it where it's plain or the background. Which do you like better? Or all white? This is how we started. This is where we're going. What do we think? Well, I think we need to go in and finish it. That's what I think. And you see I'm not being careful about my coloring. Just get the color in there. We're gonna layer over that teal on top. I just want to tone that white down a little bit. Okay. So this teal is $6.54. If I want to go a little darker. I can even add a little more brown in. It is entirely up to you. But I didn't have to stamp or stencil or heat emboss. It's like 63 cents for this piece right here. I could cut it in half and make two out of it. I could cut it in half and make two slim lines out of it. And I love the colors. And I love the addition of that. It's not a metallic, it's a shimmer. That Pebeo, they call them precious. I'm not sure why, how they came to that name, but it's not a traditional metallic. It is a shimmer. And it is acrylic. Don't quite know how, but I'm okay with, I mean, I don't have to know. I just know that I like it. They're not going to tell me their special sauce. That's okay. You don't have to tell me the special sauce. You just tell me how fabulous they are and I'll agree with you. If you want metallic, opaque, 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 opaque acrylics, then you would go with Liquitex. Liquitex has them, I think there's 12 metallics that are amazing, but they don't shimmer, but they're metallic. So, what do you like better? You got options. Okay. Let's move into this one. Now, I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this, but I think my sticky sheets are in the A5, it's 10 for $5.99, or the A4 is 5 for $5.99. So the price for my sticky sheets is really amazing. It's a whole lot less than everybody else. We import them. They're made just for me. We try to keep them as affordable as possible. I have a feeling in the next few months there's going to be a price increase, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The tariffs are painful. You buy $500 worth of product and have $500 in shipping, duties, and tariffs. It's painful. But I am a crafter. I must continue. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Okay. So I think on this one, I'm gonna start. Oh, hello, fly. Go away. I don't know where you came from, but goodbye. Leave me. Okay. I think in this one I'm gonna start with liquid and fill in my leaf. So we'll use that. I've got 3 greens here. I've got 657, 665. We can try 665. It might be a little light. And I'm not going to care if I go out of my lines, because I'm going to color that background. Let's go with the 657. Still pretty light, well, because I'm diluting it. And then let's go with the green, 600. All right, I think I'm going to do this. Get some intense color going on. Yeah, I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. What do you think? Now I think we need some brown. And I'm going to take the brown. I'm going to use my marker. Blend that line away. And add a little bit more brown right next to the stem, just to give some definition. So now using my marker and my liquid, until my heart's happy. Just trying to add a little definition to it. The difficult part for me is knowing when to stop. Because I think if some color is good, a lot of color must be better. Okay, now do we want to add some metallic? Do we want to add some metallic? Maybe a little right over that brown. Well, not metallic, shimmer. Not enough. Maybe just some on the little bit on the vines or veins, the veins. We do have a new cricket. Oh yeah, just a little bit on the veins. Okay, I'm not mad at that. And I'm just smoothing it out a little bit, blending it out just a little bit. Just drawing right on what's already there. It's almost like you're putting lip gloss on. Kind of dab it down, and then you usually take your finger and just kind of dab the lip gloss around. Almost like you're putting lip gloss on. And just a little bit of shine and sheen to it. One color when you look at it straight on, but then you move it and you get a little bit of the other color. You get a little bit of that copper going on. So I've got a super light blue, and I'm just going to color the back. And I don't care if my super light blue goes into my green. I don't care that my green went slightly out of my leaf. It's fine. It's all good. And then maybe a little bit of brown. That's wrong. Just to kind of age it up a little bit. I might even, I've clustered them all together in a circle. Even a little dark blue. And I just make my own background. And then maybe I come in with my copper. I wonder. Oh! How about we do that? So all I did was push down, get it flowing. And then made my own. Okay, I think I'm good. Maybe one more. Okay, do you remember where we started? Way back when we put the leaf down on its paper? There we go. There's the difference. And all I used was my finger, some Ecoline liquid watercolor, and the markers, the Ecoline markers, and my Pebeo for the metallic. How do we feel about that versus that? I promise you, you can do this. I used a baby wipe. I promise you, you can do this. And it's beautiful. They're beautiful. Well, now I want to splatter this one with gold. Now I want to splatter them all. Splatter away. Oh, too much. Way too much. All right, I'm gonna leave it with splattered gold. Ha 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 ha. Let's let it dry. Okay, so we're moving on. Now we have done 2 from the Bold Botanicals. And we did 3 from the Lace Impressions. That leaves us with, gosh, these are dry. Look at that intense color. All of these colors came from 1 jar of Ecoline. All those hues, all those shades, all from 1 jar of Ecoline. Okay, now we move into the Flora and Flight. And put these, I just never know where to put anything anymore. Oh, the hummingbird is beautiful. Pull 2 of those. Oh, the dragonfly is beautiful. Pull 2 of those. And the butterflies are beautiful. I don't know which ones I want to do. So I pulled 2 so we can see a before and after. Butterflies are gorgeous. Hummingbird is gorgeous. Dragonfly is gorgeous. I don't know. We have to decide though. But first I have to back it. So let's just back one. Let's pick one. Decide one, Stacey. Pick one. I think I'll start with the butterflies. So remember, don't use your favorite cardstock. Use the cardstock that you're stuck with. You're like, I can't throw it away because it's a whole sheet of cardstock, but I'm never gonna use it. Now you're going to use it. Oh, the butterflies are beautiful. Peel off the liner. Put down my image. Use the liner if you want to make sure your image is down really good. And then trim it out. If you have Stacey tape on a roll, you can do double rows of the roll. If you've got a 2.5 inch roll or a 4-inch roll, if you've got a 6-inch roll of tape from, I don't know, Elizabeth Crafts, I don't whomever. You can use rolls versus sheets. Use what you've got. You can take, I wouldn't do 1-inch strips, maybe 2.5 at the most, because you don't want to see that. You don't want to see the seam. So you don't want too many seams going on. You could definitely use a 5-inch roll. All right, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna go back to markers. We're gonna go back to markers. And I think we'll start with our butterflies. Ooh, that's a happy color. Now you could, if you wanted to, if you don't want to use your fingers, it's not as easy. It doesn't move quite as the same, but you can absolutely go in there with a Q-tip. You don't want inky fingers? Q-tip it. Get that Q-tip flat. Oh, pretty yellow. This is 233. Pretty, pretty, pretty. This is 337. Is that the same? Yes, 337. 361. 361. Maybe 337. Look at that. Little bit of color. Draw it out. Little bit of color. Draw it out. Look, Ma, no hands. Ha ha ha. So get that Q-tip flat. And this is where I'm at. Now I can come back in with my yellow. To blend those colors even more. And I just take that yellow straight into that pink. Just on that demarcation line. And then pull it out. I'm not coloring all the pink, not covering over the top of all the pink with the yellow, only where the demarcation line is. Ta-da! Now I can go in there. Do we want to add a little bit more pink, or are we happy? Just on that demarcation line where the two colors meet. That's where I want that to blend out so you don't see that line anymore. We'll add a little bit more to this one too. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, I think that's just a hair bit better. Now I can add my pink Pebeo. A dot, and then draw it out. while it's an acrylic, and therefore it's going to hold on to this and dry and not move, it also is transparent when you pull it out, whether you do it with your finger. Your finger's better than the Q-tip. You could use a paintbrush. A paintbrush is better than the Q-tip when you're talking about the Pebeo. I gotta find where you can see it. Just a little bit of shimmer. You look at it straight on and you don't see that shimmer until you move. And it's not a watercolor. It's beautiful and it's gonna hold and it dries. And yet it doesn't affect the color that's underneath. Oh, that's pretty. And then let's so one butterfly done. Now let's keep going with my yellow. Now this time let's go with some blue. Got a little carried away with that yellow. I will make it work. I want to leave a little bit of white space for that blue to stay a true blue, and then move it into the yellow so that it makes that green. Because the only place I'm going to blend is where those lines meet. Okay, we're getting there. Put a little more yellow back in. And I'm coloring right over the black. And now let's add a little bit of my blue Pebeo. I'm very grateful they only do 8 colors of the precious. I think if they did 56 colors, I'd be broke. I would want every color in my personal stash. I can't have everything. I really can't. You would think that as a store owner, you would be like, sure, just add it. No, you can't. You can't do that. I have to pick and choose. So I feel your pain. But I am going to keep all 8 colors of the Pebeo. And I do not regret having all the colors of the Ecoline or the Pantones. So it adds some shimmer and shine. It dries, and yet it does not cover my design. Oh, see, I just put it on where the blue was. I didn't go over the entire thing. I mean, I could add some gold in there, but I'm just adding the color of the Pebeo where the actual color of the ink is, the matching color. And it's beautiful. And this is not what these were created to do. So let's do my very last one, and I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do some pink and maybe a little purple, maybe, or light pink, dark pink. Now I went outside my line, okay. If you have a blending pin, which really isn't a blending pin, it's an eraser pin. This is an Ecoline. This doesn't blend anything. It's like the Copics. Why they call it a blender, I have no idea. It has clear Ecoline fluid in it. You use it as an erasing pin. Very helpful to have. Very helpful to have. But don't think that you're gonna do this and then this and then this is gonna make your heart happy. It is not going to blend the colors. That's not what this does. In fact, it's tearing my paper. You cannot, this is not a blender, it's an eraser. The word blender is a misnomer. Oh, that's some right. I was gonna get to that color. Well, we're gonna get to that color sooner than I thought. Have you ever colored butterflies so easy? And then maybe we put a little bit of the gold. Why not? You want to add a little pizzazz without adding pizzazz? This is so understated and so subtle and so beautiful. And I had no idea these markers existed. until I started doing fine art product. Can I get the gold in there? It's hard for me to see what you see. Maybe a little more gold? Sure, why not? What's a little extra gold between friends? Changing the outside dots to yellow. And then do a yellow body. Okay, so we've got our 3 butterflies. Again, using this not as it's intended. This isn't any way that GelliArts thought we'd be using this. I am sure they are watching this going, oh my gosh, what is she doing? She's exploring. She's elevating the product so somebody who doesn't have a gel plate or doesn't want to do transfers can use your beautiful, beautiful designs with some beautiful markers and inks. Now I'm just going to go in. And I'm going to color my leaves. Nope, went out of that leaf a little bit. Oh well. And the paper's so smooth because it's like magazine paper. And I always turn my project to what works for me. I don't try to make my arm fit. I just lift and turn. And then maybe a little bit of blue. And again, I'm not being overly careful. Do not worry about being precise. Please don't. Give yourself the freedom to just go in there and add the color. So what if I accidentally went over my butterfly with it, or I went into my green with my blue? So where I need to get into fine places, I use the tip of my brush pen and where I have lots of room to cover, I use the side of my brush pen. Go in there and color around all the fine lines. I'm just moving right through this. Okay, do I think I've got all the little areas colored in? All right, I think that looks pretty good. So I've got some blue down. And now maybe I'll take a little bit of my yellow, my 205. Maybe a little more blue. Maybe I'll use some of the liquid. All right, that's working for me. I'm going to leave the flowers white. I'm just going right over the top of the green. I'm just trying to stay away. I'm going over the top of the butterflies. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of color to the center of my flowers. Some pink. Some blue. And some gold. So where I'm not sure that I could see acrylics, me needing every color of, let's say, Liquitex acrylics, I can see the Pebeo, the 8 colors, being something that I use on a regular basis. That I can. Look at, you can see the shimmer, you can see the shine, the blending, all out of something that's supposed to do a transfer. Ooh, lids. Lids, Stacey, lids. There we go. Look at the difference. This is ready to be spliced down, matted, add a sentiment to it. And I didn't have to stamp, I didn't have to stencil, but I got to be creative because I chose the colors. I chose, am I gonna use a marker? Am I gonna use the liquid? How am I gonna blend them? I left my flowers white. You may choose not to. You're creating your own finished element. This is just the starting off point. That's just the starting off point. So we started way back here. They make the most beautiful backgrounds, and this is out of the pack I thought I was going to like the least. And I find that I am absolutely drawn to these lace, vintage lace backgrounds, and how I can color them. To change them is wonderful. I mean, what a difference. What a difference. So we did these, and we did, okay, so good, so pretty. Looked nothing like this when we started. Nothing like this when we started. Looked like that. And you watched me do it, and it wasn't hard. Beautiful. Let's see, do I have another one of these? Oh, I know you're in here somewhere. Well, did I take them all? All right, well maybe, oh, nope, here we go. Worlds of difference. And then we moved into the beautiful butterfly. And I'd like to do more. I'd like to pull out that hummingbird and do it, but I can't. I need to show you how these are intended to be used. So let's put these up here, and we're gonna put my Ecolines away for right now, and we're gonna use this product as intended. Just putting my lids on, because knowing me, we'd get here Monday morning and I'd just pick them up because I would have assumed I put all the lids on. I've done that. Literally picked them up thinking the lids were on. All right, let's talk about how these were intended to be used. So, they're called image transfer sheets, and that's because they will transfer the image onto your jelly plate. You can use magazines if you have a magazine that's got a black and white print that you love. You can use the toner, anything that's a toner base you can use, which means, like I said before, you can use these to foil with. Now I tore this one, So I think I'm going to use that one. And I think I'll use maybe this one. I'm going to tear it again. And the way this works is it all starts with a black acrylic. You need black acrylic paint. This is Amsterdam. It's fine art quality, and yet the pricing is so affordable. This is mine. It says Stacey. And I want to say it's under $8 for this tube. I think it's well under $8. Put a dollop down, and then you're going to take your brayer. And this is a GelliArts brayer, and you're going to spread your black around. Now you don't want it too thick. You also don't want it too thin. If you're too thin, it dries too fast. The acrylic dries too fast, and you don't get your image on there. So I'm going to take my image and I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to give it a nice little back rub. Now this is wet, so if I touch this, it's going to get my finger dirty. I don't mind having my whole plate in black. It just means that I get kind of a nice border around my finished project, and I want to give a nice push, just lightly, like a little back rub, just a little back rub. And now I'm going to need to use mineral paper. So let's grab my mineral paper. So this is from Yasutomo. We do have 2 sizes of mineral paper. I'm looking for my other one. In fact, I might just use the smaller one. 2 sizes of mineral paper. Depends upon what works best for you. I've got my image. And then every now and then you lift it. In fact, I want to grab a piece of my mineral paper. You lift it and take a sneaky peek. You don't want to leave it there for forever, but you lift it and you take a sneaky peek. And you'll see my image, as I pull back, my image has transferred onto my gel plate. Now, I cannot use this again. This is not reusable. It's bye-bye. Put down my mineral paper. You can use, what are they? Butcher block paper will work. Butcher block paper will work. Give a good press. And you pull. So I might have waited a little long. Because it didn't pull everything out. Now I could put white over the top of this or a color over the top of this, let it dry and pull again. Or I can use this and go in and use my Ecolines to color. Let's try again. A baby wipe to wipe it up. But this is the intended purpose of the transfer sheets. I like them for what we did. My gosh, you get 20 sheets in there. That's about 62, 63 cents each. And you go and you color them and you make magic with them. I like them for, this is lovely, easy to do. But I like them for what we did. I think the designs are beautiful. So you don't want too much so that it slips sliding around, but you also don't want it too thin. too thin and it's going to dry too fast and not give you opportunity. So give a good press all the way around, not too hard, just a nice little back massage. And then give it a little sneaky peek. You can't use it again? Put down your paper, give it a press. And pull it up. So you can transfer with these, with your jelly plate. Absolutely. You can leave them as is. And go in and make magic happen with them just the way they are. It's entirely up to you. You have options. You could foil these. I know everybody's going, are you really wiping away all that acrylic? I am. I know. Don't judge. I know, I could have pulled it and done something else with it. But I wanted you to see how these transfers were intended to be used, and we did something completely different with them. Okay. That looks pretty clean. How about, what do you think? Pretty clean? And then you can come in and color and do exactly what I did without doing the transfer. It's a matter of, do you want to do the transfer or do you not? Now, it won't let you do both. You either color or you transfer and color. A piece of scratch paper. You have to decide what you would prefer to do. You can't do both. And to pull, you want to be on mineral paper or on a thin parchment paper or a butcher block paper. You need to be using an acrylic, black acrylic, to do the pull. And you've got a completely different look. The only thing is you can't do both. You either use them, maybe some of them you use to color and some of them you use to transfer. But you can't do both. So, we started way long ago with the lace. And we opted not to transfer, which means we have to put this onto some sort of backing. And the best way to do that is with a full sheet of adhesive. Doesn't matter the color of the paper that's underneath, we don't care. Nobody's gonna see it. The paper is not translucent or transparent. But if you do not back the transfers because of the paper that it's made out of, the magazine type paper, the more liquid you add to it, the harder it will be to pull it up, and it will tear. It will also ripple and buckle. It needs the stability of cardstock. And that's okay. You've got an ugly brown or a green or a purple, or you've got, I'm sure, I am positive, it doesn't even have to be cardstock. Maybe you've got super thick patterned back double-sided paper that's really heavy. Go for it. We all have paper that we just cannot bring ourselves to let go. Use it up. This is a great way to use it. You need to back your sheet, or you will buckle and it will tear. It's not meant to take that much liquid. Perfectly fine once you put it onto some sort of paper. You saw what happened when I didn't put it on paper. I tried to peel it off my gel plate, my GelliArts gel plate, and it just tore. And then you decide. What to do with it. Keep it easy peasy. Do it with a baby wipe. Blend it with your finger, blend it with a Q-tip. Options are yours. Look at how fast is this. Each pack has 5 different designs. You get 4 of each, so you could make your dragonfly 4 different ways. Adding that yellow back in just to intensify it. Right? Hello, beautiful. All right, anybody seen my gold? No, that's not it. If I was a gold Pebeo pen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Found it. I'm gonna do the whole wing. Add a little more blue back in. And then you turn it, and it's got that gold shimmer and shine. Face on, straight color. Start to move it, and you've got that beautiful, beautiful shimmer. All right, that's what we did today. Whew! I wanted to do that dragonfly. I want to finish it, but I won't. But what a difference a little color makes. Too much fun. Before and after. Before and after. Before and after. Too much fun. And you can do this. All right, so what do we have for you today on sale? See, I told you I didn't think I would use the stamps. I didn't. We start with the 3-pack, which is the packs that I used today. There's 20 sheets, 60 total. It's on sale for $39.99. That brings them down to a little over 60 cents a sheet. And you can use all of them, and you don't have to have a gel plate, and you don't have to transfer if you don't want to. But then they also make a few others that are not in the I Want It All. We've got the big, these are, gosh, are they 8.5 by 11? Yes, or 8 by 10. 5 different designs. Big designs. So full size 8 by 10, and they're called Found Textures. So we've got that for you. We've got the 2 original that came out last year. And this is where this card came from. You may have this in your stash already. Look at what you can do with it. Look at what you can do with it. All done with Ecoline. Everything you see was done with Ecoline. So we've got we've got the 3 that I used today in the I Want It All, and then several open stock. They're all available open stock, but these aren't in the I Want It All. These are older, and I thought this was really big size that you might want to start with the smaller. So there's the one bundle. Then we have what the girls used to do their sentiments. I've got indigo blue. So work of art, don't forget to fly, see the big picture, finding beauty, embrace the crazy, full of wonder, breathe deeply. And it comes with a little box that you can stamp into. And breathe, kind soul, love, miracles happen, and remember. And then the one they seemed to like the most, which was the Mike Deacon art. We are such stuff as dreams are made of. Make your own kind of music. Learn to swim against the tide. Magic is believing in the impossible. Everyone has their own story to tell. It's the little things. Be here right now. That's true. Embrace imperfection. It's where true beauty and growth resides. Love never looks, or love looks not with the eyes. Well, that's true. Love looks not with the eyes. So the girls seem to really favor this stamp set. So we've got these 3. There's no I Want It All. They're just open stock. We of course have my paper or my adhesive sheets, whether it's the A4 and you get 5 sheets or the A5 and you get 10 sheets, entirely up to you. We just took the A4, cut it in half, and that's how you got to 10 sheets. We've got the mineral paper in both sizes. So this is the 9x12 versus the 6x9, and you know we use this for alcohol inking. Oh my gosh, with the piñatas, it was beautiful. So we've got that for you. We have got the Pebeo acrylic markers. Whether you do the I Want It All, which includes the 1 set and the 3 colors that don't come in any set. There's the I Want It All. Or you choose to do them all open stock. 8 colors. Ooh. They all shimmer, they all shine. 3, 6, there's your 8 colors. But don't do open stock if you want the I Want It All. It's better to buy the I Want It All and get it that way. There's a bigger savings. You'll get 1 as a set and then the other 3, or the open stock of just the colors you love. I've got Ecolines. I put all the markers and all the liquids are all on sale for you. They're amazing, they're beautiful, they're easy, they're fun, they are fine art, they are accessible, you won't be disappointed in them. I just promise you, you won't. You'll love playing with them. And there's so many classes on Ecoline because they have been around for forever and there are so many different techniques to use them with. And then we have the brayer from GelliArts and the gel plates. So 5x7, 8x10, and then if you really want to go for it, the Whopper 9x12. I have the 9x12 and the 8x10. These are the 2 sizes that I use most often. Let's see. So the size I used today was the 8x10. Sometimes I use the 9x12. It just depends upon what I'm doing. But they're also on sale for you. Okay, what did you have to post for a chance to be a winner chicken dinner? You've got to tell me about a live chat or a live sneak peek on Fridays. Do we do that? Do we not do that? Are you just as happy with the the 1.5 minute blurb showing you my desk. Is that faster, easier? And if you do like the idea, what time would you want to do it? So, because I'm going to be picking a winner. You got to post now. I'm going to be picking a winner. So we did this one, and she just did it in the background. Miracles happen. Look at how beautiful. This is gorgeous, and this is Gail. Gail's going to be gone for 2 weeks. Ah! Honorary SMS girl Patty is gone for 2 weeks. Ah! These honorary SMS girls. I did not see time off slips anywhere near my desk. Yes, I know you volunteer. I get it. This is a non-paying, well, you get paid in product, but I did not see anybody requesting time off. Look at how beautiful is this. That's in that Bloom one, the one that is older. It's in this one here. And this was done by Katie, our new Katie. Katie with an IE, not Katie with the Y. She did a beautiful job. And here, Catherine. Catherine didn't even color this. She just matted it. Fabulous, Catherine. So see the big picture? See, it comes with the little box that all the sentiments will fit in from Indigo Blue on that set. And Finding Beauty, this is by Claire. Oh, Claire, I love it with the green added. I should have done that. That's beautiful. And Finding Beauty is from the Indigo Blue. So it's here. And then again, you get the little box that you can stamp in and cut out. And then Breathe. So this is Katie, again, Katie with an IE. She took pieces of this. She cut this down and did a triple panel out of it. And she had little extra snippets. And she used those snippets to make a couple different cards. So let's all welcome Katie with an IE. The newest honorary SMS girl. Everyone has their own story to tell. So this is the Lisbon backgrounds. That was also one of the originals. Let's see if I can find it. Comes in one of the original packs. And this was Claire, and it's a bookmark. And then Don't Forget to Fly. Everything was done with Ecolines. This is Gail again, beautiful. The girls had a great time with this. They loved playing with all of this. Anytime I pull out Ecoline markers or Ecoline liquid watercolor, I get a yay! I get a, oh, you can stay and hang out for lunch with us, Stacey. Sometimes I pull out things and they look at me like, you really want us to do that? This is by Catherine. She did the frame with the lace. And then here she's colored in. Oh, this is great. This is Dortina. Dortina, those are beautiful. All done with Ecoline. Look at the coloring she got with the Ecoline. Is that impressive? And then the love is from one of the stamp sets. That coloring is amazing. Full of Wonder, another from Dortina. So this is from the lace backgrounds and she die cut it. They look so different. Here I have a slimline from Claire and Breathe. So she took the sheet, cut it right in half. I'm gonna guess that there's another slimline that has the other side of this somewhere. This is beautiful. Katie with an IE, love your color choices. Those are Stacey colors. Well, they're all Stacey colors because I had to have all of them. I've got all 60. I know that sounds so obnoxious. It does. I agree it sounds obnoxious, but I couldn't help myself. Mr. SMS still doesn't know that I own all of the Pantones. He still has no idea, and we're not telling him. All right, so I'm going to be picking a winner. Did everybody post their comment? Did you post yay for a live on Friday on YouTube, or no, or yes for a live? This one was done by Gail, and this is absolutely beyond stunning. It's just beyond. Same here. This is done by Dortina. Absolutely stunning. This one was done by Katie with an IE. Absolutely stunning. Katie, you set the bar pretty high for your first time, girlfriend. Oh, oh. Told you. They took these and made slim lines out of them. There's the other half. Katie with the IE. I knew it. You can't pull one over on me. Oh no. Okay, I've got breathe deeply and embrace the crazy. That's Catherine. Catherine, is that like our new mantra on Wednesdays? This is what we're gonna say to each other, all of us? Breathe deeply and embrace the crazy. Maybe we need to have t-shirts, Catherine. Ooh, Elena could do that. She's got a Cricut. She could cut it out of vinyl and then iron them. All right, look at how beautiful is this. This is Catherine as well. Catherine's so pretty. And I bet it stands. It's beautiful. So lovely. See the big picture? So here they went in and they used the markers to a metallic to color in. So not so shimmery, more metallic. I'm going to say that this is probably Liquitex because it's more true metallic. Oh my gosh. Work of art. Yes. Oh, who made that one? Claire. Work of art, and yes, yes, this is Claire. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. Wow, stunning. It's The Little Things by Katie with an IE, and she die cut and she popped. So she did the panel and then she die cut the center so she could pop it. It's beautiful. Katie with an IE. Beautiful. Look at those wings. See, this is what I wanted it to finish to look like. Oh, I didn't have time to finish this one. This is beautiful, you guys. You did an amazing job. Magic is believing in the impossible. So there's the second half of this somewhere. I saw it. There's a second half somewhere. And this is Claire. Ooh. This is Dortina. Dortina, ooh, I love it. She did the whole thing, and then she die cut with nesting dies so she could pop them up to give a dimensional look. And that is done with that copper. Lovely. Dortina, that's beautiful. So pretty. See the big picture? Love the colors again. This is Claire. Gail, stunning. Again, Katie with an IE using some of her leftovers. How clever are you, Katie? Oh my gosh. I love the negative space. I love the simplicity. Katie with an IE, she's got her own look and feel. And I love that it's in addition to what everybody else does. Each of the girls has their own look and feel. We missed Mary. Mary wasn't feeling well this week. So Mary had to call out sick, but we miss Mary because Catherine has got her look, and Gail, I usually know who made, sometimes they surprise me, but I usually know who's made what because they have their own distinct point of view to what they do. This is Claire, and I love that she left the flowers white. Yes, I do. I absolutely love it. And then it's The Little Things. All right, I'm picking a winner. Picking a winner right now, picking a winner, posting a winner. I've posted the winner, I've posted the winner. Who was the winner? Yay for the winner. Wahoo Kachoo for our winner. Congratulations, winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then what you and I did together. Using the sheets to transfer, only I didn't want to transfer. They're too pretty. I wanted to just use them and make beautiful things. All right, you guys. Congratulations to our winner, winner, chicken dinner. If you are the winner of the live chat from today, don't forget to send us an email at AskSMS at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Tell us your name, your address, your telephone number, and if you have a previous order with us. If you can give us one of those order numbers, that will certainly help. Absolutely. Put the subject line that you're the winner, winner, live chat winner, winner from YouTube number 668, and we'll get your prize package out to you just as quickly as we possibly can. That's all you have to do is send us an email, and that way it can get on its way to you. What'd you think? Thumbs up? Or nope, not at all? Whatever you took away from this, at the very least, I hope you took away a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy. I hope that this put a smile on your face and maybe de-stressed you or gave you an opportunity to put all the suitcases, all those heavy suitcases you carry around with you every single day, your life. Those suitcases get heavy. We put them down for a couple hours. We don't get to unpack them, not always, but we put them down and we just get to be joyful and be around friends who understand us and our crazy passion for crafting and play with lovely things. I hope that at the very least, that's what you got today. A moment to breathe, a moment to smile, a moment to say, I can do that. Or I've already got that, let's do it now. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacey, here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. The next time I see you will be Monday for our next Make It Monday event, where we bring you one bundle, usually valued between $80 and $100, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, for right around $19.99. Until Monday, everybody, have a great weekend, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Until Monday. Bye, everybody.